breeze is nice when it decides to blow.
The guy didn't want to talk about horses no more, did he?
No. No.
He wanted to sign the paperwork, but you don't want to learn about what goes on with these horses in reality.
No.
See, that's all these people. They don't have a clue.
Yeah.
These horses are from national champion distance stock. We've won national champion 100-mile races and 50-mile races.
I saw some really pretty black, all black with like a big mane.
That's a young stallion here.
Okay.
He's the dad to these colts.
Oh.
He's a young stallion.
Now is that, like I say, can't tell you anything. I know nothing about horses.
Are purebred Spanish Mustangs, differentiated from the BLM, Bureau of Land Management horses. Those are just wild horses, and mostly government adopted horses after World War II. You know, Morgan, saddlebred, Hamiltonian, stuff like that. These are purebred Mustangs that the Bislon family started saving in 1910.
Okay.
That's why, you know, we save bones. Like I got some bones hanging up there in DNR. Well, what's the bones? The bones are for breed verification. They have a different set of lumbar vertebrae. They have a different red blood cell count. There's other measurements that they have too.
Is that their branding? I see some of them look like they're branded. Is that a branding on some of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a registered brand.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I don't like to say.
We sometimes.
Okay.
I can't find many people to help me anymore do it. You know, they're too.
Too sensitive.
Out if you but think about it. How many cattle and horses have been branded over the centuries?
Right.
In the West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah.
Millions, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, look at now they freeze band, but the U.S. cavalry used to they hot ironed them and
now it's liquid nitrogen.
But we don't do it. We do hot iron. We do hot iron. You know.
And then the ones way back there in the pens, are those other stallions? Is that why they have to be by themselves?
Yeah, other stallions.
They would fight.
Rare bloodlines.
Are they? They would. Their eyes are.
I have the closest bloodlines foundation. There's that white stud up there. His great grandfather. They made a movie about called Peter Lundy and the Medicine Hat Stallion in the 70s. Marguerite Henry wrote a book about it. San Domingo, the medicine. I leased him when he was 28 and got a couple, 3, 4 colts out of him and I owned his last son. You know.
Their eyes are really cool.
A lot of them have there's different
really
colored eyes.
Yeah.
It goes with the color. See, color and temperament go together in this breed.
Okay.
You know, I mean, and it isn't necessarily their genetic color. It's what the color is on the outside, you know.
Oh, yeah, that one that it almost has scary looking. It's a dark horse with the dark eyes with that light in the middle of them. One of your stallions in the pen.
Dark yellow. Their eyes are kind of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are Isabella.
Okay.
They're eyes from an Isabella. He's a dominant gened Isabella buckskin stallion.
That's neat as heck.
He'll raise 50% to his color family.
How long do they stay in the pens? Do you have to stay in there?
Until we use them for breeding.
They stay in there. Okay.
We use them for breeding. This year, last fall, it rained from September till right after them people came here in November.
Oh, so they would stay.
I had the vet out the next day after those people were here, and my friend Fred Fay, he was down here, and he said there was water in every pen. You know, we let them drink it down, and we fill it back up.
Sure.
We put out hay, they eat it down. We put more out.
How much food do the stallions eat? The ones in the pens, a lot.
Well, when it's muddy like this, I can't put as much hay on. So if you look in the back of that truck, you'll see all the supplements. There's alfalfa pellets, roughage pellets, corn, and sweet feeds mixed for each one of these horses. You want me to show you how much is in one of them?
Sure.
Would you like to see it?
Sure. I'll learn while we're going along here.
These are. Whoops.
That's
I gotta go on.
Oh, that's right. And we'll be careful because we got your gun in your car.
Yep, that's fine.
Lock your keys in the car?
That's what that beep was.
Oh.
No, I didn't lock them in. What was I getting here? What was I getting here?
I thought you were going to show us in the trunk.
I got to unlock the other door.
Oh.
Oh, they're in the back, on that side.
Yeah, and there's some in the back here too. But this is just for these 10 horses up here, all this stuff. You want to grab that one?
Hold it.
I'm going to show you. Grab that.
This is different stuff?
Yeah, different for each horse.
Oh, okay.
Bring the whole bucket.
All right.
All babies are going. We just had 5 killed. That's why I was federal wildlife. The guy was here. Maybe you guys were here and you didn't come in. Gotta check. We think a cougar's killing day-old babies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But how many were there before the babies?
Oh, probably 45 maybe.
So 50 altogether, maybe, with the babies, the 5 you
Well,
said?
I had 13 and 5. One got killed in the mud out here. She got hypothermia born pretty early.
Oh.
And she got stuck 4 feet from solid ground.
Oh, that sucks.
And, day old, they don't survive with struggling like that.
Yeah.
And then, but that's range raising, like at my ranch, it's, sometimes a rattlesnake bites them, And that's life.
Sure.
And that's what none of these people understand.
Sure.
They don't get it. See this right here? Lift this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe it's
That's
pretty
2
heavy.
horses.
That's for 2
You got enough-
horses.
so you got enough feed back there for all of them then, right now?
For all the pen horses.
Oh.
There's 5 of them or so in little, what,
Well,
24
there was
square
more.
foot?
Okay.
There's 2 mares on that side. They're saddled.
No, I think that's what they wanted you for, just so that way we can photo them. I would just photo each side and say if it's a male or female and what color, just so we can let him know which ones they took, So that way you have
Don't take
documentation.
just the gentle one. Put the gentle ones back out. If you want to take something, take a 26-year-old mare that I was going to bring in pretty quick. Take one in that needs feed. But anyway, this is for 2 horses.
Okay.
This right here. There's probably more. I'm feeding more than you guys probably saw.
Sure.
This is for the old blind mare, and this is for the mare that's running with her. Here.
Sure.
Take a feel of that.
Yeah.
That's for 1 horse, 1 day.
Oh, a couple pounds, huh?
A couple pounds. That's more like 5-6 pounds.
6 pounds, yeah.
Yeah. And this is the same mix for her.
Sure.
2 different mares.
How far away do you live?
I'm just over at Washburn.
Oh.
But this was for. He's out there with the mares now. That stallion.
Oh, sure.
Is with the mares. This is his, but he got one of these, and then just before I left, I give him another one. But yesterday I put him out. I wasn't going to put him out for another week or so, but then with that mountain lion thing, I thought maybe that would help. I should have put him out a few days earlier. I had one killed every day, newborn. They were being born every day, and they were gone in the morning. I'd see them at night. Next morning they were gone, and that was 5-6 days in a row.
Do you ever see the remains of them, or do they?
No,
take
not
the whole...
those babies.
No.
A cougar take that. That's gone.
Oh.
But this is for 1.5 horses. This was for 1 horse. That was his second feeding in there. Okay, so he got 2 of those.
How often do you have to come out here?
Almost every day.
Oh.
There's people say, but they don't see. I come at night.
Sure.
I've got many witnesses that know that. That's why I got the big lights on the tractor and stuff.
Yeah.
We come at night.
Yeah.
Well, first off, if I roll out a bale of hay here now, them horses will come in with the fight and the flies right now. They'll stomp it into the ground. In the winter, they clean it right up. They don't ever leave it until it's gone, And I can put out more when the ground's solid, too.
Yeah.
Or even in the summer when it's dry, I roll more out. But I just brought in 72 1,300-pound bales. There's a bunch up at the top, too.
Yeah, I saw those up. It looks like you freshly went in there and took some out.
Yeah, and you can see how nice it is inside.
Sure,
Where it
okay.
comes out. That one guy up there, he said, well, it's old hay. It's not. It's last year's hay that the Bellingers, Doug and Greg, you know them?
Yep.
Yeah, they're the ones that I just got that hay from them.
Okay.
Huh.
I buy lots of hay from them. Dwayne Brown down at Herbster. Him and I, we put over 300 bales in between July and the end of September.
Wow.
In here with all the horses,
July and September of last year.
From last year.
July
See, that one guy's trying to say this is many-year-old hay, but this is just oh god, they're gonna hit the culvert for that damn trailer.
Can they the horses that are way in the back by the mare? You said no. There's a stallion running with a bunch of mares.
Yeah.
Is that fenced off, or can they have free roam all the way through here too?
No.
That's fenced
separate.
off?
There's 3 separate big.
Oh, you
pieces.
got 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
gorgeous.
there's a mare up there. She probably just had a brand new baby, and you guys split it up. Or if you were happen to get that stud out that I just put out to protect him, there's going to be a dead baby tomorrow. Who's going to pay me for that?
Sure.
Who's going to compensate for the horses they kill in this whole deal here? Or run through fences and get them cut up? Who's going to take care of them?
Yeah. They've been. I haven't seen
They
any.
haven't gotten much yet.
No, I haven't seen much run through around anything.
They haven't gotten any much in either. I bet they got 1 mare in that trailer. Maybe
Yeah, I
2.
don't
There's a couple of old ones in there that I've seen walking, but I don't know if some of them got away.
Yeah.
There's a couple coming up.
Well, there's that pretty black one there.
Yeah, that's the Stallion. That's his mother behind him.
Oh, that one's pretty too.
But she'll.
Where are they?
Well, I rescued a herd of horses in South Dakota in 2013. We took 69 of them.
Is that what all these are from?
No.
Oh.
These every horse here I race.
Oh,
Even
okay.
the one. This is my third set of 26-year-olds.
Oh. Oh.
I'm probably older than you.
Oh,
I'm 72.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be 52.
Yeah.
You look good for 72.
Because we're working all the time. Physical.
Yeah, that
You know,
makes a difference.
I've raced horses all my life. You know, like I say,
Oh.
he's national champion distance horses. First non-Arabian ever in modern day endurance racing history. We still have records. One of the old mare here, the mare that's the trimmest in this bunch, she's 26, 27, born in 97. And she, her dad did more 100-mile racing than any other horse in the United States in 1990.
Really?
And no horse has done that many since in one season. Plus he did 50s, and he was reserve champion stallion, which is second place 2 years in a row. Top 10 national mileage horse 2 years in a row. Did 1,500 miles of competition in 7 months from the North Country. You know, we race all over the United States when we race. I got a girl going down to Gleason, Wisconsin this weekend racing that I coach. She's sitting third in the Midwest early in the season here. You know.
How much would one of those, like there's those little ones, the colts?
These particular horse babies aren't for sale. These are all replacement fillies.
Oh, how much would the little ones go for if you were selling them, or the ones that you
These
sell?
ones here, 2,000, 2,500.
Okay.
But you look at a quarter horse now, that same colt with comparable bloodlines in that breed, 6,000, 7,000.
Really?
Oh yeah. Our horses don't bring as much money, but you can't walk out and get one of ours.
Right.
You know, I probably raised more than anybody, and last year I had one because that one stud was sick the year before, and he didn't settle the mares.
Huh.
I had one. I didn't have anything at the ranch. You know, I got 6 going to be born out there. I got a herd down in southwestern Minnesota too with a guy. You know, we got horses all over. I mean, every one of these horses I know intimately.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why, you know, what they're doing here is so wrong. You know, it's just. Here's the thing, and they said the same thing about Buffalo Bill. I've been too long with false friends and jealous critics.
Sure.
All these people think they could do this. You know when I started raising these horses? 1971. This is my third generation
Yeah.
with these,
Huh.
you know. So,
Wow.
but anyway.
Here, I'll put this. Put it in the back.
Yeah, that one and this one go in the back.
Okay.
But here's more. Here, I'll show you for one adult horse. This is for 2 of them. This is for that one with the eyes.
Okay.
And you know, people think that they're mean because they're instinctive. But see, that's his feed right
Yeah.
there. Lift that. That's his daily feed.
Oh, yeah.
Those are.
And what is
And
it?
I just showed him the receipt. I think him or the other guy the receipts where I was on the 4th when they came out here.
Yeah.
I was in town at TSC buying. You want to see the receipts for the amount?
Oh, no.
How much
You're
was
not an
it?
investigator.
How much was it?
But shouldn't you guys get the
How
whole
much?
story?
Yeah. How much?
I mean, that's what I was trying to talk him into.
Yeah.
You know, write down Dan Bloomquist, and he had it backwards. Meyer would tell you, well, I didn't do anything with aspirated ammonia. Well, it's because it wasn't him. It was Dan Bloomquist.
Right.
Meyer did that inspection for me in November.
Yeah.
So you see, they don't even
So
get.
do you buy these pre-mixed, or you?
No, I mix it myself. I mix it by hand.
What, it's corn, some kind of.
There's corn,
Alfalfa
alfalfa pellets, roughage pellets, and sweet feed,
Huh.
and corn.
How much did it cost y'all?
I can show you the Yeah. Corey just helped me here the other day.
$600?
Yeah, every 3 to 4 weeks.
Wow. $600 every 3 weeks just for the.
It's 4 to 6.
Oh, 4 to 6, just for those horses that are in.
Where's my checkbook here? Let's see. Where the hell did my checkbook go? Oh, here it is.
Just for the ones that are in those pens.
Yeah, but there's I'm feeding more than you realize.
Yeah.
There's one mare out there that had sick, and I brought her in and treated her, but I can catch her. So I just bring her, but now I can't catch her with the stud. He
Yeah.
won't let her come. He won't let her leave. Let me get that receipt for you. this one. This was where I was the day they came out here on the 4th. See, I don't, some days I have to go do other stuff.
Sure. Well, yeah, for sure. Everybody does.
So 50 pound alfalfa, 50 pound sweets.
But not just 50 pounds.
pound
Look at the multiplication. The 15 bags.
Yep.
Wow.
There's a check, a receipt part of checking in. That was just before then. That's
$586.
That's every. But that don't even count. Like I just picked up a bunch of sulfur blocks, which are meant to keep ticks off them.
Oh, is that? Did I see one somewhere?
Huh?
Does that look like one of those lick things you get for the deer?
No, it's a salt block, 50 pound salt block, but they're sulfur blocks. I talked TSC into getting them. They didn't have them out here, but out west they use them because ticks come in the winter down the Black Hills, and it's really bad.
Yeah.
So these sulfur blocks help deter ticks. You know. So I just bought some of them. Those were $10 a piece. I bought 8 of them. That was $100.
Yeah. So this was what, June 4th at 3:38. So that's when you ran
out
there.
here, and I was in town. And this was yesterday. They had it, but I couldn't get it. They couldn't find it because they just got a truckload in. This is high protein pellets that I feed to the pen horses. And we don't feed it. You feed like about a half a pound of this will go into that. Each one of those
mixture. Here's your receipt.
And this was yesterday. And I've got all the receipts for what I feed these horses, plus the receipts for the hay. Because all of that has to be reported because the group I work with that pays for the hay and stuff, they're 501(c). Which is, they're a non-taxable deal. But they grant you money, lease money, whatever, to take care of animals, a rare breed of horses. We preserve them.
Right. Does the weather, like the ones that are running free,
those are brood mares.
They can go hide under the trees if it rains and stuff. What about the ones that are in those pens?
Well, there's no wind up there.
No.
And you're better off with these horses. Think about it. This horse evolved between northern Mexico, southern Alberta, Sierra Mountains, and the Mississippi River. How many trees are in there?
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? They ran by the millions at one time in North Texas. They escaped from the conquistadors in the 1400s, 1500s, and 1600s, and they had the rancheros down there, and then the Indians stole some, and they spread out through the country. But that's the only horses that were in America at the time, other than some European horses on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But there was no Europeans. None of those people were coming out in the West.
Do you want a water? I've got a bunch of water.
I'm okay. I got a cooler and I got stuff.
Okay.
I'm out in the heat all the time.
Yeah, well, I figure I better check though because it's warm out.
Those horses, we haven't had to give them a bale of hay since 2019.
Where's your ranch at?
Western North Dakota, south of Marion. Down right, where the Indian Wars were a few years ago? Pipeline fight. I'm 20 miles as a crow flies straight west of there, just above Standing Rock Reservation. That's home. But I had a tornado just take out my house last August.
Really?
Yeah. Stood a lot of storms down that in Badlands country.
Yeah.
It stood a lot of storms,
So last year you guys brought in throughout the summer into the fall 300 bales.
Yeah.
Is that for storage for the winter months?
No, that was how much we fed.
You fed.
Yeah.
And then since then, how many ground bales have you had there?
Jesus. Scott Dreesen over here at Herbster, I think we bought about close to 100 from him. Dwayne found us a couple of loads, which were 12 bales, maybe a load, probably a few of those. These are just brought 72 1,300-pound ones here from the Bellingers.
Yeah.
And
when did you get those ones?
just a couple days ago.
Oh.
No, they've been bringing these 72 just over the last probably 3 weeks.
Oh.
Just restocking.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending thing.
Yeah.
And then for George Lazaric down here, George.
Okay.
For years we bought hay from George. Everything he made, about 110 bales a year.
Okay.
But he got a heart attack, and now somebody else is doing it, and we can't afford them.
Okay.
I get this big bale for the same price that guy wanted for a smaller round bale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So who's it?
And these are delivered. They deliver them.
Who's delivering these ones?
Greg Bellinger.
Greg. Okay.
These ones. But like I say, Dwayne Brown from Herbster, he's my main hay guy.
Okay.
And last year he only had 300 and some. Normally we get probably 600 from him.
Okay.
That goes into the winter.
Okay.
And then we buy from other sources too. It's a never-ending thing.
So you save all the receipts now for the...
I can get them.
Yeah.
I can get them. I think the preserve has them.
Yeah.
They give me a receipt to give them, or they email it to them.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. And stuff. It's thousands. I don't know. One year it was 36,000.
I bet.
Just in hay.
Just in hay, not counting all the.
No. I buy the grain.
Oh.
That comes out of my pocket.
Oh.
So
I get a small pension from the Marine Corps.
Oh. How long were you in the Marines for?
3 years.
3?
69 to 72.
Oh. Right there. Not a very good time, huh?
Well, for me it was.
Oh.
I was one of the lucky ones. We were on our way to Nam, and they dumped us in Hawaii to get these Amtraks going, and then they dismounted tracks and left us attached to an air wing, and all we did was, the biggest job we did is we'd go out in the ocean, riding like a toothpick in a bathtub.
Yeah.
35-ton machine. And we'd go out in the surf zone, and then we'd go over to like Bellows Air Force Base and help make runways for planes, and then we'd go at the Air Force Base, air wing we were attached to at Kaneohe. These guys that fly, beginner pilots that fly right off the edge of the island.
Oh, really?
On the coral reef, and then they'd have us go out 1, 2 in the morning so the public didn't see, and
pick up planes.
Get the plane, gather the planes back up, and then otherwise we went to rock concerts and swam, body surfed. I played football for the Marine Corps for 2 years on the Pacific League.
Oh, really?
Where you travel around playing different military things. And I did that for 2 years, made the All-Star team, and just before the second All-Star game, and we were guaranteed a scholarship to a big college.
Yeah.
And I was cleaning one of those radiators for that machine. The engine was a 12-cylinder Rolls-Royce airplane engine, and it had a variable speed transmission in it that was as big as this, and the radiator was as big as this. And it was down on the ground, and my sergeant was steaming it, and I was holding it, and I was an E4, he was E5, and he stumbled and put it in my safety chute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did 3 months in Triplet Army Medical.
Wow.
And stuff, and that was the end of the football.
What-
But if it was the football, if I'd gone into college, who knows where you would have ended
Right,
up.
where it would
It
end.
would have been a different world.
Yeah.
So when I was laid up and I was reading the Psychology of the magazine, I read about these, and the old guy, he advertised and everything from Cat Fancier. I worked with him when he was in his 80s, back in the 70s.
Huh.
Old Bob Briswan.
And that's what brought you.
He's portrayed in that one movie and book that they wrote. And I leased that stallion in 76, the one that the book and the movie were. He was 28 years old when I leased him.
Oh.
And he hadn't settled any horses for several years, and then now he that horse, well, he after we had him, I put him on the ranch, and the guy said, if you do any outside breeding, you send the money to old Bob Briswan, and I had people come, the stud wouldn't even touch him. But see, these horses are instinctive that other breeds of horses do not have, because nature, it's one of the only breeds in the world that nature evolved. The BLM horses are not the same.
Huh.
Bureau of Land Management, they're government remount. A man-made breed. This is a God-made breed. And we're just trying to preserve it.
Yeah.
And it isn't always pretty. Livestock isn't pretty. If anybody grew up on a farm, they'd know that.
Sure.
But these people haven't. They don't know nothing.
Right.
They know nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm not BSing you.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing.
No. Well, and that's why we're talking with you. We're going by what the paperwork says, and you'll have,
and that woman,
and
I had it out with that woman a couple times.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about her. She come up, and I was there when Dan Bloomquist was teaching her how to castrate horses. She was already a licensed veterinarian and never castrated a horse.
Huh.
And I work with a guy that works down at the med school down in Madison, and he told me, he said they teach him business, but they don't teach him practical application.
Sure.
And he catches their horse. I think he's just going to retire this year. He's 73, 74,
Okay.
something like that. He would, he managed all the cattle and all the composting and everything for the Madison, down there.
Is that?
I mean, I know people from all over the United States, that I've dealt with horses and that have been here. They know what's going on here.
Has there
Right.
been any any large animal vets that have been out? Like,
Well, yeah,
that come
yeah.
to see the horses? And,
Well, I just had him in November.
Yeah, that was at Meyer, you said, right?
Dr. Meyer.
Now,
Yeah,
would-
and I got letters from him saying the horses are okay.
Would he be the one that we should call and talk to?
Yeah.
And is that out of Willow?
I've got the letter from him too that he
Right.
wrote, plus the receipt.
Right. Is that out of Willow?
Yeah,
Animal?
that's out of Willow.
What's his first name?
Steve,
Steve
Dr.
Meyer.
Steve Meyer.
And then there's that
And you're
Dan
going to have trouble
Blomquist.
getting through right now because they're so booked. They're not
Sure.
even taking calls. So you're going to have to go to the door. I was up there yesterday. I wanted him to come out yesterday
Sure.
and go over this. And he was on a large animal call, and so he's supposed to call me back in the next few days. Well, then here you guys are here the next day
Right.
doing
Does-
a dirty deed.
Does that
You know?
bother their the ones in the pens? Does that bother their hooves to be walking in that muck all the
well,
time?
see, we don't leave it like that all the time. Last year, it started raining. We cleaned in the fall.
Okay.
So right after Labor Day weekend, it started raining. If you guys remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it rained till the end of about the 10th of November,
Yeah.
8th of November.
Yeah. It rained a long
Okay, it
time.
was the 6th of November they came out. The one woman walked up here, the one deputy, and she seemed like a nice lady. She told me she never crossed a brook. She picked us all the way down to the lake. It never freezes. It's all
Okay.
spring fed. I have two of them. A bigger one up top.
Oh, yeah. I saw the smaller one.
Yeah, yeah. And she said I didn't cross a creek. I said we couldn't find any water. The spring was open right there. That opens in February.
Yeah.
Right there. They don't even go to the water most of the time in the winter. And then this one was open. You can see this one's open.
Yeah.
And they'll drink that before they'll go down to the creek if they want to. You know, why walk way to the creek and the hay's right there,
Right.
you know.
How long?
Today would have been a day I'd roll the bale out and that'd be good for 2 days.
Yeah. How long will those pens stay like that? Do you think? Where they're wet,
Well,
like
okay,
those? Where those?
Here's what happened. Last fall, you only had all that rain.
Yeah.
Then what happened after all the rain? We had a freeze up, remember? It froze, right? And we didn't have any snow on the ground when
Yeah.
the freeze came. So the ground was saturated. Okay, totally saturated. No,
Yeah.
everybody knew that. Okay? They come out, and of course the pens were muddy, and we couldn't get in. You know, we couldn't drive a tractor in there. You try driving around through here and see what happens.
Yeah.
You get off, you'll bury
Yeah.
it. I've got a
Oh, no, I
four-wheel drive
mean-
tractor up there that you
I
know,
mean those small pens like that your stallions are in.
yeah, that's what I'm talking
Those
about. You
little-
can't get to them.
Okay.
See, you couldn't get to them to clean them out.
Oh,
And then it froze. Well, then you couldn't do anything either
yeah.
because they were froze.
How long have they been in there?
Well, the stallions,
Yeah.
some of them have been in there 5-6 years, but sometimes we move the pens around.
Okay.
You know, there's other pens, you know, or we move those pens,
Yeah.
you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
And anyway, so then, okay, winter. So we had remember those nice couple weeks there at the beginning of winter?
Yeah.
Or the end of winter? Okay, things were looking real nice. And then we had 2 inches of rain here,
Yeah.
25 inches of wet snow, and been raining off and on ever since.
Yeah. So it just won't
And you
dry
get
up.
2 or 3 days ain't enough to dry that out to where I can go in with the tractor. It wouldn't be long and I'd be
Right.
breaking through in this country.
The,
It's got to get dry.
do they chew like I don't know? Like say I
Do they chew
course.
on trees?
yeah, like the fence poles. There's like the fence poles that are on there where they're like
on that one side.
Yeah.
Horses chew. Well, you go to Calais barn up here and go.
they
in
just chew like
you'll
for their
find-
teeth, or
Huh?
do they do it because of their teeth, or do they just
sometimes
chew?
just boredom.
Okay.
Some, you know, I mean, because but you can't just turn them studs loose; they'll kill each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean dead.
Yeah, right.
Rip each other. If you ever
Yeah.
seen one of them fights,
Yeah. I've seen- just on
when they
TV.
grab and lock, they can't unlock their jaw. That's why they tear off a piece of meat
Oh.
when they fight. That's why I got the big yellow dogs, is to break up fights like that and stuff.
Oh.
But I can't run them like I used to because of the wolves. I don't dare bring my dog up here.
Huh.
You know, because he'd wander off a little bit, you know, not far, but if them wolves caught him, even as tough as he is,
Yeah.
he's a 130-pound male, you know, ain't afraid to go in on a horse, on
Right.
a 1,100-pound horse, you know.
Right.
But a pack of wolves,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have a chance.
Yeah.
You know, I've been raising those yellow dogs. They're like Old Yeller from the movie.
Yeah.
You know, I've been raising them since 1981.
And that's just the normal. I mean, because it looks different. You know, I don't know.
Well, okay,
but you're saying
happens
it's
is
normal
so
for.
as soon as we would have cleaned last fall,
Yeah.
but we couldn't get in, and we haven't been able to get in yet this spring. We've had 1 or 2, 3 nice days, and it's
Yeah.
just
and
about
it's
dry.
now it's wet again.
And look at how wet it is. You go to any farm, and
Yeah.
you're going to find all
Yeah.
the pens are just as bad as that.
Yeah. And
You
they're fine in the wintertime in there too.
Well, yeah. Well, sure.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be? There's no wind. It can be blowing
Yeah.
50 mile an hour here, and there isn't
No
a
wind
breath
back
of
there?
air up there. Not a breath.
Oh.
Matter of fact, that's why you notice it's all cleared out between them trees.
Yeah.
That's what I had that big mulcher come in last year.
Oh.
See, that's his pump that broke. He would have done this one too.
Oh,
The
that's
problem-
what that.
Yeah, his pump broke, that $50,000
Yeah.
pump, and that's him getting out. I wouldn't let him come in with semis and wreck this road.
Huh.
This road cost us $36,000.
I bet.
This gravel road,
Yeah.
you know. Well, it's a lifeline. It's the only
Yeah.
way I can feed
Yeah.
is to have this road. So the preserve, you know, that was one of the things that they paid
Right.
for, was to build this road.
Yeah.
And then they paid for that 5-strand electric fence. And right now we got a big tree. I'm not a woodsman. I'm trying to find someone to cut it for me so he can get the juice going again.
Oh, it
It's
fell
laying
on the
top of
fence?
that fence down,
Oh.
right down there.
Yeah.
You know,
Those-
I guess it's a big one.
The stallions don't need to get out and run and stuff. They're fine just in the.
Well, when the ground, once we get, they move around a lot, don't they?
yeah, I mean they're walking all
Well, them
the
two
time.
mares, yeah, they're moving a lot, and they're working, so they're getting plenty. But you've seen they're in good shape. You don't see no
Yeah.
ribs on them stallions. That buckskin won a little, but he lost. You know, he's one that had anaplasmosis last year, and he just about died. And last year, Dan Bloomquist will tell you this. The last year was probably the worst anaplasmosis year he's ever dealt with, and he's been vetting here for 20 years.
Yeah.
And last year, the anaplasmosis hit, and in less than a week, they lost over 100 pounds.
Really.
I mean, just bam,
Wow.
like that.
What
And
does he do for treatment for?
it's
for horses?
doxycycline. Where we start,
Oh, okay.
sometimes he probably, if I can catch him, he'll do a IV tetracycline. IV tetracycline, and that'll be the first treatment. Then I will do Exceed, which is, I got a bottle of it in the truck I carry with me at $300 for a little bottle like that. And anyway, then we'll give them a shot of that, 1 or 2 of those, and you do it every 4 days.
Ah.
And then I'll put them on tetracycline pellets, feed pellets, you know. And then if they get sick enough,
Yeah.
we can take.
How long's the whole process?
How many have you hurt yet? Hurt.
They're in the trailer.
How many did you hurt? You sure?
They're being careful, that I've seen. Like I say, I'm
You
not.
gonna get the babies stomped in there? It don't mean they ain't gonna get knocked down and broken legs. But what was your question again?
Oh, I'm
No,
gonna.
so the,
Yeah, that's why I had them. And we took pictures of every one. We've got pictures of all of them. Can we just leave this open? Can they get through or no?
I wouldn't. If a horse got in here, it'd get out.
They get out, never. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna bail for a bit. I'll come back shortly.
Okay.
I'm gonna run to Corny quick.
I would say.
Okay.